PlayStation people. Right up is the PlayStation 4 Slim and PlayStation 4 Pro were announced on September 7th, that Wednesday that just came up. And we got finally the specs, what this is going to be called. It's the Pro, of course. It has jumps in the CPU. GPU is going to be graphically way better with HDR, which is high def resolution colors. So blacker blacks, whiter whites, more brighter colors. It'll be, yeah, and they're doing a patch for all PlayStations, by the way, for the HDR. So be looking for that coming soon. I think it's actually within next week. So look out for that. PlayStation Slim, of course, is just your PlayStation regular, slimmed down, basically. Except you won't be able to use your Turtle Beaches and any of your old headsets. That sucks. But the PlayStation 4 Pro is a true 0.5 or middle-of-the-ground upgrade. You're going to have way better resolution, 4K output. Even on TVs that don't have it, like if you just have a regular 1080p, 60 frames per second, it will make the games run faster, look better even on regular TVs. That is, without question of a doubt, going to happen. Processing will be faster, so thank God load times will be cut down significantly. It's just, yeah, it's a more beefy version of what was already out there. While in the Scorpion, in my opinion is going to be like almost a different console. So this is coming out November 10th. So look for it soon. I have a pre-order on it. I'll do a little mini review of it here on G.G.Talk once I get my hands on it and get to see what all it can do. They're coming with these new cool little controllers. I'll check that out and let you guys know more about that. But yeah, that's all they announced really, except showing off Call of Duty and a few other games. Nothing about the Vita came up at the conference, sadly enough. I know they've kind of like killed off the Vita. People are still making games for it. People love the Vita, but for some reason PlayStation's like, no updates, no nothing about it, And they've been doing that for a long while now, sadly. But the PlayStation 4 is looking to be a nice little upgrade, especially if you have the PlayStation VR. It's supposed to bump up the load times for that, the processing. Graphics for that will look amazing, and I heard it's going to help with the resolution of it, a higher resolution. Even though they kind of said, not really, but from what I've heard, it is going to help with that when it comes to the VR and make it a more all-around better experience.
I mean, it's just a slimmer version of the PlayStation. They're trying to, get what money they can before Scorpio, or not Scorpio, that's Xbox One, sorry. Before the Neo, obviously. But, I mean, a lot of times, a lot of people are complaining as, like, you can't put in your headsets or whatnot, and it's like, well, yeah. Me, personally, I would still just buy the regular PlayStation 4 if I was to get one. I'm not too worried about buying the Slim version, because why? What's the point? It's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You have the same console that does the same stuff, but it's smaller and you lose a little stuff, like some stuff. I mean, obviously, sure, it has fast processing, but is it really that big of a problem? I'm sure, I know, like you had mentioned before, Bloodborne, people are having problems with that. With loading screens and stuff, but
yeah.
Me personally, I just think that they're just trying to get this, like the same thing with Xbox. They're trying to get, people excited about this and get more money in so that way they can put more stuff into their new consoles. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Maybe some people would rather trade in their big, bulky consoles for something thinner. Just weigh in your pros and cons before you do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because now, think about it, the bigger consoles are going to be cheaper.
Exactly, like you had the Pro coming out only a month later for only $100 more, and it's graphically way better. And it gets a whole terabyte right off the shelf. So, it's like, why buy a PlayStation 4 Slim? Like, I get you, if you don't want to wait, then get the PS4 regular. The Slim, I don't see any, especially if you don't like the whole headphones thing, then just don't get it. There's 3 different models you can choose from.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's like the PS4 Pro, which was the Neo, is coming out in like November, and it's like way more powerful. It used to have all that functionality, and it's cheaper. Like, just get that.
Right. Definitely. I mean, I think it's just a lot of people think they're getting something more with it that they're not.
But yeah, I don't know why they just didn't put this out like 6 months ago when they could have made their money off of it before people even knew about the Neo or now the Pro. They could have definitely made their money back. They would have beat Xbox to the punch. And Xbox's Slim version actually does give some graphical upgrades. It's not much, mind you, but it does have some, graphically better design quality and newer components in it that actually make it somewhat of a mini upgrade in itself. So, the Slim, it shouldn't even exist in my book. I wish they would have said something about the Vita for all those hardcore Vita fans out there, because there are people that love that thing, and PlayStation, like I said earlier, treating this thing like it's dead, which is not fair. But I'll definitely do a review of the Pro when it comes out, and if it's worth getting, which I think it is, because it is a true upgrade. It's kind of crazy how they're trying to act like the iPhones of the world, like they're Apple. Literally having their conference out, I think it was the same day as Apple, doing their little mini upgrades every other year, it seems like now.
I mean, I obviously don't have a PS4. Most of my gaming that I do is on, like everybody except Mr. Master Race, who's not here today. We do our gaming on the Xbox One. And so, but my brother does own a PS4. I have a game for PS4 that I don't play. And what the general consensus seems to be is that the PS4 Pro, it's going to come out with some things like, yes, better gameplay graphics and things like that, but it is a minute change. That seems to be the kind of balloon, opinion about the PS4. It's the PS4 Pro, I apologize. It's not meant to be an entirely new gaming console. If you have a PS4 and you're thinking about buying the Slim, I would just wait to do the PS4 Pro. It may be a little bit bigger. I did see some pictures of it, obviously, from the PS4 meeting. It is a little bit of a larger console. It's more in line with like what the actual PS4 size is. But you're going to get, better graphics, larger hard drive, stuff like that. The price, I think, is supposed to be a little bit higher. I think the Slim is like $299. The Pro is $399 or something like that. But I mean, for an extra $100 and to get all that extra storage and all the better gameplay graphics and things like that, I mean, it's the same with Xbox One. Of course, I'm biased because I play Xbox One, but who's to say that they're not going to release patches? I don't know Sony's kind of background as far as adding components to their consoles that aren't needed. Like, I know that Zachary, he has a PS4, and in order to run backwards compatibility with his, he needs an emulator. Xbox One didn't have that problem. They just ran a software update and we were done.
Well, yeah, they added their own emulator.
Yeah, so like if as long as stuff like that is going through and they're like learning from the experience that Xbox One's put in, I would just wait and spend the extra $100, to be honest with you.
Exactly, and that's what they're actually doing. Is they're doing a patch to patch HDR through all the consoles, which PlayStation 4 Pro automatically comes with and was built into. But they're patching that through for others, and PlayStation has been known for doing patches like that for the PlayStation 3 and so forth. They've had patches that they had hardware in there that wasn't get activated until, until they knew exactly they had the software ready for it, and then patched it through a year or two later after the launch of PlayStation 4. And like you said, it's like, why even throw the Slim out there? It makes no sense to me.
Not to like cut it short or anything, but of course, it's just one of those things that we're not going to be able to really comment on until it comes out. We actually see gameplay, what it's actually, side-by-side comparisons and things like that. So come November, when stuff, people start buying it up and, Twitch streamers start putting it out there, I think there will be a lot more commentary on this. So I would just keep posted,
Yep, when I grab mine on November 10th, within the week of the next G.G.Talk, I'll let you guys know what I think of it.